I haven't had a single drop of alcohol in 5 years, and it has been a game changer. Hey everyone, I'm Kevin, and on this channel I like to give you practical tips and insights to help you live a happier, healthier, more fun life. Today I want to share something a little personal but also super practical, and that is why I decided to stop drinking alcohol. It's one of the best decisions I've ever made, and I'm excited to share with you the benefits that I've learned over those 5 years, both for my health and for my wallet. So let's rewind 5 years ago. I wasn't a heavy drinker by any means. I was definitely more of a social drinker and have a couple of beers here and there, have a glass of wine at dinner with my wife. But that all changed 5 years ago at a 4th of July party. I can't even explain why. For some reason, I stared down at the beer in my hand and for the first time ever tried to figure out why I was drinking. I didn't necessarily love the taste of beer. Honestly, I'd prefer to drink water or a Baja Blast, something like that. I've always just drank because I felt like that's what I was supposed to do, especially at a 4th of July party. And that's when I realized I had lost agency over this thing in my life that I feel like I should have a little more control over. It was on that day I decided, you know what? I'm gonna see what it's like to not drink. I'm gonna have control over this. I'm gonna go a month. And then that month turned into 3 months. And then 6. And all of a sudden I was celebrating 1 year without a drink. And at that point, it seemed more weird to go back. From a health perspective, it was really easy when I was in college to have a couple of drinks, boot and rally, and then go back for another round because I had the metabolism of a 20-year-old. But when you reach your 30s, you realize that comes to a screeching halt. It would take me almost an entire day to recover from a pretty light night of drinking. I would feel so groggy. I'd be in a total haze. And honestly, my work didn't have time for that. My kids definitely didn't have time for that. I had people that needed me in my life, and I couldn't just take 24 to 48 hours to recover. Funny enough, after I stopped drinking, it seemed like every health influencer out there started to rail against the negative health effects of drinking alcohol. Dr. Peter Attia, who wrote the book Outlive, which is all about longevity and health span, was on the Tim Ferriss podcast, and he said, quote, "I feel very comfortable saying that there is no dose of alcohol that is healthy." What else do you need to hear? It added fuel to the fire for me to keep this habit going. All of these people that I trusted, that had years of research to look at, were saying that even moderate drinking could mess with your sleep, impair your focus, and have long-term health consequences. Like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, my fitness goal right now is to be able to play with my grandkids in the future. So I am playing the long game. I am not a doctor, but I feel like I can pretty confidently say that I'm banking some longevity credits, adding to what Peter Attia calls my health span, by not consuming all of these empty calories every week. Now, let's talk money. Have you ever sat down and actually calculated how much you're spending on alcohol every month, every year? I did, and I was shocked. Let's take eating out at a restaurant. A drink nowadays can easily cost anywhere from $12 to $18, even more for those more expensive bottles of wine if you consider yourself a connoisseur. You have a couple of those, adding $35 to $50 onto your bill. Then add your drinks for your partner. Doing that multiple times a week, it is very easy to spend hundreds of dollars on just alcohol every month at restaurants. And then you start adding in all of the drinks you buy for your house, the 6-pack you grab on your way to a friend's house. And it's really easy to see how you could spend thousands of dollars on alcohol every year. Think about what you can do with that money. Invest it. Go on a vacation with your family. Buy a new gadget for your blossoming YouTube channel. We talked about the benefits of not drinking to your health and to your wallet. Now let's talk about the social aspect of declaring that you're not drinking alcohol. The social side of quitting drinking can be tricky. People will notice. People will ask questions. You might even get teased about it. But before you're worried that you're gonna stop getting those text messages asking you to come hang out and that you're gonna die alone on your couch watching Netflix, what I've found more often than not, after someone asked me if I wanted a drink at a get-together and I said no thank you, or it came up that I'd stopped drinking, yes, I would get the okay face, something to that nature. If the opportunity presented itself and I explained my reasons, people were often supportive of it. People even told me that they were rethinking their drinking habits and realizing that that was a change they were wanting to make in their life. Again, similarly to how it seemed like every health influencer started talking about the negative effects of alcohol consumption, once I stopped drinking, it became clear that I was not alone in this decision. A recent study from Gallup shows adults under 35 who drink has dropped from 72% 2 decades ago to 62% today. In the UK, almost half of all adults from ages 18 to 34 have stopped drinking entirely. This shift is largely driven by the awareness of the health risks and the rise of non-alcoholic beverages that really helps to eliminate the stigma of being someone who doesn't drink at a party. So, 5 years without alcohol. Is it worth it? Absolutely. My health is better. My productivity is higher. My bank account is happier. I really cannot see myself going back to drinking ever again. Let me be clear about something. I am not here to shame anyone who drinks alcohol. That is not what this video is about. If you are someone who loves the taste of certain kinds of drinks, you absolutely love getting together with friends, drinking beers around a bonfire, if it brings you joy, go for it. Have at it. What I'm encouraging is just taking a look at your relationship with alcohol. Please do what brings you joy. But if you're curious about how alcohol might be affecting you, just try cutting back for a little bit. Maybe you participated in dry January. What would it look like to extend it and have a dry spring? Maybe even go crazy. Try a dry 2025 and just see how you feel. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, and let me know in the comments. Have you considered quitting alcohol? What's your experience been? Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.